If you're over 60 and still waking up at night, clutching your legs in pain, this isn't normal aging. It's a message, an urgent, trembling whisper from inside your body, but you've learned to silence it. You've told yourself, it's just part of getting older. And in that moment, you ignored the one thing that could have changed everything, the signal, because that pain in your calves, that tingling in your feet, that tight knot crawling up your thigh like a cramp with teeth, it's not just discomfort, it's a cry. And the older you get, the louder it becomes. You sit at the edge of your bed, rubbing the ache out of your muscles, wondering if tonight will be different. But it never is. You shift in bed, you drink more water, you cut salt, you stretch. The thing happens again and again and again. Why? Because this isn't about the muscles, it's about what's missing. Nobody told you that aging doesn't steal your strength. Deficiency does. Nutritional gaps, poor circulation, silent inflammation. These are the real culprits behind your nighttime torment. And the truth is even harder to swallow. Your legs aren't just in pain. They're being ignored, neglected, betrayed by the very habits you thought were keeping you healthy. Most people blame the mattress, or the pillow, or bad posture. They try to fix the surface while the real problem rots deep inside, a metabolism slowed by sugar, muscles weakened by years of underuse, and blood vessels clogged by foods marketed as heart-healthy. That banana you had before bed? Maybe it made things worse. That light dinner you skipped? Maybe it robbed your legs of the minerals they begged for. That pain isn't just pain. It's your body begging for a correction. You've been taught that pain means age, but in truth, pain means absence. Something is missing. And the legs, the foundation of your body, are the first to notice. Let me be clear. Sleep isn't just about closing your eyes. It's about repair, regeneration. When your sleep is broken by pain, your body can't restore itself. Night becomes survival, not rest. And when this repeats over weeks, months, even years, your vitality erodes, quietly, invisibly, until one day getting up from a chair feels like climbing a mountain. You wonder, why can't I sleep through the night anymore? But that's the wrong question. The right one is, what is my body trying to fix every night and failing? Because that's what this is. Not weakness, not age, but a failure to heal. And the tragedy is, it's preventable. Scientific studies from the American Sleep Foundation show that leg pain and nighttime muscle spasms are among the top causes of sleep fragmentation in adults over 65. And the #1 contributor, magnesium deficiency, affecting over 70% of older adults. Most don't even know, and those who do often take the wrong type or too late in the day, rendering it useless. But magnesium is just the beginning. What you eat, how you move, when you rest, and even the thoughts you carry into bed. Each one either heals you or breaks you. There is no neutral. Every choice you make either supports your recovery or delays it. So when your body wakes you at 3 a.m., legs screaming, remember, it's not a curse. It's a chance to change, to listen, to act before it's too late. And yes, this video may confront you. It's meant to, because you've waited long enough. No more guessing, no more normalizing pain, no more calling this just age. From now on, we speak the truth. Stay with me until the end, because in the final section, I'll reveal the specific food you must eliminate to stop this pain from returning. But first, you need to understand why your sleep hasn't been the same for years, and why it's not your fault, but it is now your responsibility. You didn't lose your sleep. It was taken from you, bit by bit, quietly, almost politely, no alarm, no warning, just a slow erosion of what once was effortless. You used to fall asleep easily, wake up refreshed. Your body knew the rhythm of night. Now, you lie awake staring at the ceiling. Or worse, you sleep, but wake up more exhausted than before. What happened? The answer isn't just age, it's disruption. Your internal clock, your circadian rhythm, is out of sync. And it didn't happen by accident. See, your body has a built-in sleep architecture. Hormones like melatonin and cortisol rise and fall in a precise dance, telling your brain when to rest, when to recover, when to dream. But over the decades, that rhythm has been hijacked, and the culprits are everywhere. On your plate, in your habits, and even in the pills you've trusted. Let's start with a common myth. Sleeping pills help you sleep. They don't. Most of them knock you unconscious, but unconsciousness is not rest. It's sedation. And sedation doesn't let your brain repair, flush out toxins, or enter the deep stages of sleep where true healing happens. So yes, you might sleep through the night, but you'll still wake up groggy, stiff, confused, not rested. That's not sleep, that's surrender. And here's the most overlooked truth. The food you eat during the day is scripting your sleep at night. Take blood sugar, for example. If your dinner spikes your glucose, your insulin works overtime. That can cause a crash hours later, usually around 2 or 3 a.m., jolting your body awake in a state of alert. You think it's insomnia. It's not. It's a nutritional backlash, the price of imbalance. Cortisol plays its part too. That stress hormone is supposed to drop in the evening. But if you're drinking alcohol, scrolling through blue screens, or carrying unresolved anxiety to bed, cortisol rises when it should fall. And when cortisol stays high, melatonin stays low. And without melatonin, your brain can't rest. It just waits, alert, restless, drained. You've likely felt this, the sensation of being tired but wired. Your body begs for rest, but your mind races. That's not aging, that's dysregulation. A clock that no longer tells time correctly. And guess what throws that clock further off? Light, especially artificial light. Blue LEDs from your phone, bright bathroom lights in the middle of the night, even street lamps bleeding through your window. These are interpreted by your brain as daylight. And if it's daytime, the brain says, don't sleep yet. So you stay half awake. You toss. You turn. You think it's your mattress. It's not. It's your biology being tricked over and over until it no longer trusts itself to rest. But there's hope, because the body remembers. Deep inside, your cells still know how to sleep, how to heal. They're just waiting for permission. And that permission comes through rhythm, through routine, through the right signals at the right time. Harvard Medical School confirms that adults over 65 can dramatically improve sleep quality by restoring circadian health. Consistent sleep and wake times, dim light in the evenings, magnesium-rich foods, and reducing late-night glucose spikes. This isn't magic, it's alignment. You don't need more pills. You need less noise, biological and emotional. And maybe you've tried everything, but have you tried silence? Have you tried eating dinner before sunset? Have you tried sleeping in complete darkness? Have you removed every light, every buzzing phone, every fragment of interruption? Because healing sleep doesn't ask for comfort. It asks for consistency, and what you lost can be restored, but not with shortcuts, not with another pill or another supplement, only with understanding. And that's what this is about, understanding the theft of your rest and how to take it back. Don't stop now. In the next section, you'll see why your morning routine might be the biggest reason your nights are ruined. You wake up thinking the night failed you, but the truth is, it was your morning that betrayed you. Most people over 65 are sabotaging their sleep before the day even begins, starting with what they eat within the first hour of waking. Breakfast was sold to you as the most important meal of the day, but that phrase was invented by marketers, not doctors, and what they sold you, cereal, toast, juice, fruit, is doing more harm than good. Let's start with sugar. A banana, a glass of orange juice, or even a low-fat yogurt can spike your blood glucose. Your body responds with a flood of insulin. That spike is followed by a crash. You feel tired, reach for more carbs or caffeine, and the cycle continues. But here's the hidden cost. These sugar swings ripple forward. They affect your hormones, your nervous system, and, most critically, your sleep. High morning sugar keeps your stress hormone, cortisol, artificially elevated throughout the day. And when cortisol stays high, melatonin stays low. You can't wind down. You can't enter deep sleep. And you start waking up at 2 a.m., wondering why your body won't rest. Coffee makes it worse. After 60, your liver clears caffeine more slowly. Even if you drink it at 8 a.m., it can still be in your bloodstream at night. It doesn't matter if you're used to it. Tolerance isn't healing. It's exhaustion disguised as routine. You've also been told fruit is always healthy, but many fruits, especially bananas, grapes, and watermelon, are high in sugar and low in fiber. Eaten alone, especially in the morning, they cause sharp glucose spikes and deplete key minerals like magnesium and potassium, the same minerals your body needs to relax your muscles and calm your nerves at night. Even so-called healthy breakfasts, granola bars, whole grain toast, low-fat milk, can silently inflame your system. Because what your body needs isn't lightness, it's nourishment. It needs fat for hormone production, protein for muscle repair, and minerals for sleep. When you feed your body poorly in the morning, it spends the rest of the day trying to compensate. It fails. And the result is a broken night. Not from stress, but from biochemical imbalance. So let's reframe breakfast. It's not just a meal. It's the first medicine of your day. And the wrong one can destroy your night before it even begins. Coming up, we'll explore how inflammation, slow, quiet, and constant, is aging you faster than time and keeping you trapped in shallow sleep, and how you can stop it before it stops you. You think you're just tired, slower, less sharp, but what you're really feeling is inflammation. Not the kind you notice, not swelling or redness, but the silent kind, the one that hides in your joints, your brain, your blood vessels, the kind that builds over years until even sleep can't repair the damage. And that's the heart of the problem. Your body wants to heal, but it can't, because inflammation never sleeps. And if it doesn't sleep, neither do you. As you age, low-grade inflammation becomes your constant companion. Doctors even have a name for it: inflammaging. It's the slow burn that erodes your muscles, stiffens your arteries, fogs your memory, and, most importantly, disrupts your sleep cycles. You lie awake, not because you're anxious or restless, but because your body is under attack from within. How does it start? Quietly. Often with your food, many of the staples in a typical older adult's diet: refined grains, seed oils, sugar, ultra-processed snacks create micro-inflammation in the gut. That inflammation spreads systemically, triggering immune responses that confuse your body. Your nervous system stays alert, your hormones get scrambled, and your sleep cycles fracture. Your body isn't broken, it's inflamed. Now consider this. Deep sleep is when your cells regenerate, your immune system resets, and your brain flushes out toxins. But inflammation blocks all of that. It keeps your brain in a state of low-level stress, preventing it from entering the deep, healing stages of rest. You toss, you turn, you wake up sore, foggy, and somehow more tired than before you went to bed. And here's the brutal truth. Many signs of normal aging are really symptoms of chronic inflammation: joint pain, brain fog, night cramps, restless legs. All of these can be traced back to an immune system that no longer turns off. So what's the solution? It's not another painkiller, not another anti-inflammatory supplement. It starts with removing the daily triggers, especially what you eat. Omega-6. Oils like soybean and corn oil, silent fire starters. White bread, sugary cereals, processed dairy, fuel for the flame. Every bite either feeds your inflammation or fights it. And remember, even emotional stress inflames the body. That argument you had last night, that fear you carry about being a burden, those thoughts live in your cells. They raise your cortisol, they raise your inflammation, and they keep your nervous system on edge, even when you're in bed, eyes shut, begging for rest. But here's the good news. Inflammation can be reversed. Slowly, naturally. It begins with food, with routine, with movement, and with a decision to stop normalizing pain and start reclaiming health. In the next section, we'll reveal the most overlooked nutrient deficiency that could be at the root of your restless nights and how to restore it before it's too late. Your legs twitch, your eyes snap open. You turn over for the third time. It's 3:17 a.m. again, and you tell yourself it's just aging. But what if it's not? What if it's a deficiency so common, so overlooked that most doctors barely mention it, yet it controls over 300 processes in your body, including sleep? That deficiency is magnesium. After 60, your body absorbs less magnesium from food and loses more through urine. And if you're like 70% of older adults, you're already deficient without knowing it. You feel it though. You just give it another name: fatigue, tension, insomnia, pain. But magnesium isn't optional. It's essential for calming your nervous system, relaxing your muscles, balancing blood sugar, and producing melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. Without it, your entire body stays on high alert. You go to bed, but you don't rest. You lie down, but your brain refuses to slow. You may notice small things: restless legs, random cramps, jaw tension, eyelid twitches. These are not quirks. They're red flags, and here's what makes it worse. Many common medications for older adults, diuretics, antacids, even some blood pressure drugs, drain your magnesium even faster. So while you're trying to manage one issue, you're accidentally feeding another. Let's be honest, you've probably tried magnesium supplements, and maybe they didn't work, but that doesn't mean magnesium isn't the problem. It means the form you took wasn't bioavailable. Your body didn't absorb it. Forms like magnesium oxide are cheap, but poorly absorbed. What you need are forms like magnesium, glycinate, malate, or threonate, each one supporting different aspects of your sleep and nervous system. But supplements alone won't fix it. Your diet has to support magnesium too. That means more leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, avocado, almonds, cacao, real food, not processed, not packaged. Magnesium works quietly. It doesn't sedate you. It restores your natural rhythm. It lets your brain stop overfiring. It helps your muscles stop clenching. It invites your body to trust sleep again. And trust is the right word, because sleep isn't something you force. It's something your body must feel safe enough to enter. And magnesium is a signal of safety. Here's a paradox. You're not tired because you're old. You're tired because you're deficient. You're not in pain because of time. You're in pain because your muscles don't have the minerals to let go. And when your body doesn't let go, neither does your mind. In the next section, we'll uncover another thief of your rest, hidden in your daily routine, and explain why even if you skip coffee, you may still be unknowingly wired at night. You think you've done everything right. You don't drink coffee after lunch, you avoid energy drinks, you even switched to decaf. So why do you still feel wired at night? Why does your brain stay alert while your body begs for sleep? Because caffeine hides, and it hides well. It's in your tea, your chocolate, your painkillers, your natural sodas, even in some so-called sleep aids. And as your body ages, its ability to metabolize caffeine slows down significantly. What used to leave your system in a few hours now lingers for 10, 12, sometimes 16 hours. That means your morning cup could still be affecting your brainwaves late into the night. But this isn't just about caffeine. It's about overstimulation. You see, your nervous system is like a volume dial. In youth, it regulates easily, but after 60, it becomes more sensitive, more reactive. Light, noise, stress, stimulants, they all hit harder. And many of the things you consume daily are unknowingly turning the dial up when what you need is to turn it down. Caffeine keeps your body in a state of readiness. That's useful when you need to be alert, but toxic when you need to sleep. It blocks adenosine, the compound that builds up during the day to make you feel tired. Without that signal, your brain stays too active. You lie down, but the chemistry that makes you sleep is missing, and even decaf isn't really caffeine-free. A single cup can contain 15 to 30 melatonin, enough to disturb a sensitive system. Then there's chocolate, that square of dark chocolate you eat after dinner. It can contain up to 40 milligauss of caffeine, plus theobromine, another stimulant that affects the heart and central nervous system. It may be small, but for someone over 65 it adds up. And what about tea? Green and black teas are marketed as calming, but they contain both caffeine and L-theanine, a calming compound that works best without competition. When paired with caffeine, its relaxing effect is muted, leaving your body in confusion. Am I supposed to sleep or stay sharp? It's not just about what you consume, it's when you consume it. Your body has natural cortisol peaks during the morning and valleys at night, but if you spike stimulants in the afternoon, you override this rhythm. Your body stops trusting its own clock. Sleep becomes inconsistent. You fall asleep but wake up wired. Or worse, you stay in light sleep, never entering the deep phases your brain craves. The fix: start tracking everything that touches your nervous system after 12 p.m. Eliminate hidden stimulants. Replace black tea with chamomile or lemon balm. Skip the chocolate. Watch out for medications that list caffeine as an inactive ingredient. Avoid LED screens in the evening. Create silence, biochemical and digital. And remember, your goal isn't sedation, it's restoration. Your body wants to sleep, but you must stop interrupting the signals it sends. In the next section, you'll discover why movement, gentle, deliberate, consistent, might be the missing key to reclaiming the deepest sleep of your life. You spend most of your day sitting, not because you're lazy, not because you want to, but because that's what aging often demands. Less urgency, more stillness. Yet, ironically, this stillness may be the very reason your sleep feels broken, because your body was built to move. And here's the paradox: you don't move because you're tired, but you're tired because you don't move. After 60, physical activity isn't just about fitness, it's about sleep. Your muscles, joints, and even your brain depend on movement to regulate energy, hormones, and circulation. Without it, your body doesn't get the daytime signals it needs to prepare for night. Your circadian rhythm weakens, your sleep becomes fragmented, shallow, unsatisfying. Movement does something extraordinary. It increases adenosine, the chemical that builds in your brain throughout the day and creates sleep pressure at night. The more you move, the more adenosine you produce, and the deeper you sleep. But most people over 65 aren't told this. Instead, they're encouraged to take it easy, rest more, avoid exertion. And yes, rest is important, but rest without movement is stagnation. And stagnation poisons sleep. You don't need to lift weights or run miles. You need rhythm, routine, a daily practice of activating your muscles and circulating your blood, a 15-minute walk after meals, gentle stretching before bed, simple breathwork in the morning to engage the diaphragm and oxygenate your brain. Studies show that seniors who engage in light to moderate daily activity experience better sleep latency. They fall asleep faster, longer sleep duration, and higher quality of deep sleep stages. And it's not just physical, it's emotional. Movement reduces cortisol. It calms the mind. It tells your body, you've done enough today. It's safe to rest. Even balance exercises like standing on one leg for 10 seconds a day can reduce fall risk and improve proprioception, your internal sense of bodily position, which is closely linked to how secure and stable you feel in bed. And let's not forget circulation. Your blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and hormones. Without movement, it slows. And when it slows, your legs ache, your brain fogs, your recovery fails. You may not be in pain from age. You may be in pain from stagnation. Muscles ache when they're underused, joints stiffen when they're ignored, and your body can't fully enter the deepest sleep unless it first felt fully alive. So here's your invitation. Tomorrow morning, before breakfast, move. 5 minutes. 10. Feel your breath change. Feel your spine elongate. Let your blood remind your brain, we're alive, we're safe. Let's earn our rest tonight. Because sleep doesn't begin at night. It begins with how you greet the day. In our final section, we'll bring everything together and reveal the last, most vital shift to restore your sleep and rebuild your strength from the inside out. You've tried everything. Changing pillows, darkening your room, going to bed earlier, taking supplements, and still, the nights feel long and restless. Because the problem isn't your routine. It's not even your sleep. It's your disconnect. You've forgotten how to listen to your body. Everything you've ignored, those leg cramps, that tightness in your chest at dusk, the early fatigue after lunch, the mental fog that settles like mist, all of it was trying to tell you something. But in a world that glorifies productivity and hides discomfort, you are taught to dismiss those signals, to push through, to call it normal aging. But none of this is normal. Waking up exhausted? Not normal. Falling asleep only to wake. Up every hour? Not normal. Feeling more tired after a full night's sleep than you did before? Absolutely not normal. It's time to stop surviving your nights and start restoring them. Let's return to the truth. Your body doesn't want to punish you. It's not breaking down. It's not giving up. It's responding to decades of imbalance. Quietly, patiently, faithfully, and every signal it sends is a call to return to center. That begins with what you eat. The food on your plate is not fuel, it's instruction. Every bite you take tells your body something. Inflame or heal, stress or calm, wake or sleep. That bowl of cereal you've eaten for years, it may be the reason your legs twitch at midnight. That glass of wine to unwind, it may be stealing your REM sleep. That medication you take without question, it might be depleting the very nutrients your brain needs to shut off at night. Now is the time to question everything, not with fear, but with awareness. And here's what awareness tells us. Sleep isn't a goal, it's a gift, one that's earned through alignment. Alignment between your choices and your biology, between your environment and your rhythm, between your mindset and your healing. You don't need another pillow. You need a deeper connection to the signals your body has been sending for decades. And most importantly, you need to believe this. You can sleep again. Not shallow, broken sleep, but deep, dream-filled, body-healing rest. The kind that restores your mind and your spirit. The kind you had in your youth. And yes, you can still have it, but you have to decide to take ownership of your habits, to nourish instead of numb, to move instead of stagnate, to choose recovery over routine. because aging isn't the loss of sleep, it's the invitation to recover it with wisdom. So tonight, do something different. Turn off the screen, breathe deep, reflect on what you've learned here. Drink magnesium-rich water, stretch gently, create silence. Let your body feel safe again. Let your sleep return. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about preserving mobility. That's freedom, that's dignity, and it starts at your dinner table, your morning walk, your quiet mind. You haven't lost your rest, you're about to reclaim it.